Hey. Hey, y'all. My lovely ones. So, um, I just had some really deep revelations, right? Really deep revelations. First and foremost, thank you, Most High God, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, animal guides, all guides that may be low and or high, that works for our highest good. I'm so grateful and thankful for this day. For this is the day that God has made. We all shall rejoice and be glad in it. Thank you for peace, protection, prosperity, oneness, everything that is not like you must back up. We thank you for the purest, highest vibrations of love and light that's going to come through, surround this reading, and speak through me for the edification of everyone, including myself. In the name of love, I'm so grateful and thankful. So be it, amen. Hey, y'all. So, the title is Atlantis, She Devils, and Pandora's Box. Did I put Pandora's Box? One more. I really want to take this one. I'll take it. I don't know what it is, but I'll take it. So I did an ancestor tapered candle for myself. Two came out. All right. I'll use these. Put this on the side. I did a ancestor tapered candle, right? And I'll be reading the wax. And y'all, the whole of humanity is in this wax. God was revealing to me, and the ancestors was revealing to me last night when I went live. What I was talking about how women were coming together to show the world how to be one with each other and help the world heal and all that really beautiful and good stuff. Shout out to all my new subscribers. Shout out to the ones who've been with me. Shout out to my moderators. Shout out to everybody who has ever donated to this channel. Sent love, pure love, um, just peace and oneness to me and my children. I'm so grateful and thankful for y'all. As y'all continue to give, whether it's through money, prayer, good vibes, just know that everything is gonna come back to y'all hundredfold with interest and fast. And it's going to manifest in the 3D and above for the highest good of you and those around you. Um, I I personally want to say that I seen it from different aspects of life. I don't know if y'all can see it, but this is babies. This is babies, women who are um, counselors and comforters. This is somebody who is comforting somebody from grievances. This is, yeah, children and even birds, animals are working for the highest good. These are animals on this side. Birds and other mammals or animals that will be helping, like nature actually coming together and conspiring for the best of those who are doing the work of God in the earth. And it's really beautiful. Yeah. Anyway, um, okay, so let's get into this dragon energy here. Because dragons are being rise up. I see that the Fae Kingdom is helping the Atlantean kingdom be restored. I know that the Atlantean kingdom has a lot to do with water. It has everything to do with water. When I was channeling certain messages, like from, I always want to say Andromeda, but Andromeda, and from the Pleiadians, I was originally, I had the Atlanteans in that lineup. I personally did not know why I did not go through with it at that time, but now I see, because there was a restoration that was being restored. So I'm not going to go in detail of the revelations, but I wanted to come here because this is the part of, I got a revelation through doing a reading for someone. And I'm not going to share her personal issue, her personal thing. But what I'm going to share is only the revelation that I got, because this has a lot to do with why, who is rising up at this time, who is taking place in precedence at this time, who, because I'm hearing kings and kingdoms, they shall all pass away, but there's something about that name. I keep hearing that song, right? So there is a reason why certain people from certain areas are being raised up. Raised up. The Atlantean kingdom is being restored. There's nothing that the higher ups can do about it. It just is what it is. A lot of melanated people come from the Atlantean kingdom. I've shared on this channel before, when we were the Mystic Circle, formerly known as the Mystic Circle, that Atlanta has a lot to do with Atlantis. Last night when I was going to sleep, I had got the revelation of Lake Lanier. Why Lake Lanier? Whoa, I felt that thing. Did y'all just feel it? Shout out to my website. If y'all are looking to, this is the time that y'all might want to go and get some candles to return to sender, breaking hexes, breaking curses, breaking all kind of stuff. Because what's coming next, you're gonna need it. Okay, you're gonna need all of that good ass protection energy. You need to start reading up now, doing what you need to do now when it comes to protection, like up in the ante with protection energy. Don't do it in a fearful way or tactics or anything like that. But it's just to kind of keep you safe, keep you and your family safe as y'all elevate, as you elevate. Especially if you got little kids that's depending on you spiritually to hold them and carry them until they're able to carry their own. Um, Lake Lanier is significant because that that the town of Oscar, that town was Oscar, Georgia, I want to say. The reason why that is what they call haunted is because it has a lot of, and I hate to say this, y'all, please forgive me. There, it's a lot of undead. See, I'm about to tell some secrets, okay? Thank you, Debbie. Don't come over here with that baby mystic. You take a deep breath, because this is heavy. Lake Lanier was a part of an Atlantean city. So there's several. So Atlantis was huge. Okay, it was bi-coastal, tri-coastal, whatever coastal you want to call it. It was, the shape of it was more of a triangular opening, like a peninsula, but it was huge. It wasn't just ruled by one king. It was ruled by several kings. Different regions of Atlantis was ruled by different kings of that specific region. They were to periodically come together and make sound decisions that was best for the people and the royal bloodline. They thrived off of being a unit of unity, oneness, and love. They were peaceful people, but Atlanteans were highly advanced in technology. Their IQ was amazingly, and immensely huge. It was enormous. They dealt with star systems. Now, what I'm getting ready to say next may baffle you. They dealt with the alignment of star systems in the heavens and in the waters below. Okay. I'm gonna say it again. Oscarville, thank you. They dealt with the hidden knowledge and wisdom and mathematical calculations of the star systems above aligning with the star systems in the ocean. There's star systems in the water. I'm just trying to see if somebody heard what I said. That's all. Okay. Moving onward. Certain portals to other dimensions, also within the Earth's, I don't even want to say crust because I don't think there's a such thing. Within inner Earth could be accessed by the movement of these portals through water tunnel systems. Um, Atlanta, Georgia, period, plays a huge part in Atlantis being restored. This is one of the reasons why you keep hearing of crime rising. One of the reasons why there was a great exodus from several other states to Atlanta, especially during the time of Katrina, was because a lot of Louisianians had connections to Atlantis because Louisiana is a part of Atlantis. A lot of your southern states that touches the water has a lot to do with Atlantis. Georgia was the hub center. Georgia holds the crystalline grid, or is the main hub for the city, or the country, or the space of Atlantis. This is the reason why they are so gung-ho in keeping violence there, to dumb down the people through frequencies that you cannot hear, that is being emitted through street lights. That also doubles up as cameras and microphones. Oh, help me. Okay. I hope I'm helping someone. So, what is happening is that you have leaders on the three-dimensional plane, which is political. But God is aligning and placing, listen, it can't be stopped because it's almost done. That's why. The only reason why I'm talking about it is because it's already set. It's almost done. Had I would have talked about it before it could happen, they could have did an annihilation and assassination, all this other stuff. But guess what? They can't now because it's almost done. The last puzzle piece is being put in place as we speak. So there are spiritual leaders in the political realm. Watch this. In the high courts, the spiritual courts that has already been put in place and is being capped now as I speak, to be put in place to raise the vibration so that Atlantis can be complete in the restoration thereof. I'm trying to help somebody. I just hope I am helping someone. So this is one of the reasons why. Okay. So we're gonna act like Stone Mountain don't have pyramids. Listen, Georgia sits on a crystalline grid. Lemurian crystals are there. They keep saying you can find them only in Colombia. And okay, keep telling that lie. Crystal quartz is there. I'm also hearing a crystal that starts with the letter A, not angelite. Oh God, please help me. I hear it. I just can't, because I'm not familiar with it, but I see it in the spiritual realm. There are certain crystals that makes a grid that's in the ground in Georgia. Okay? And it spikes out, okay, like this, boom, 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 boom. It spikes out in the ground. And there are angelic forces that's been holding these crystal grids down, that's been holding this stuff down for such a time as this. Because the fall, watch this, because it's not amethyst, it's not an agate, it's not amazonite, it's clear. It's not. Amethyst may be there, but that's more Arkansas energy, I believe. And they may have a little bit of amethyst in there because fairy energy, but it's not amethyst because I know what amethyst look like. I'm seeing a clear crystal. This is not purple. It's clear. I see it. I see the name. I can't. I see parts of the name, but anyway, the fairy kingdom or the fae kingdom is actually helping. Has been helping water energies come together. Now, the revelation that I got, what caused the fall of Atlantis, we know the surface. We don't know the details. Well, let me help you. Remember when I told you there are different kings for different regions of Atlantis because Atlantis was huge and it's dealing with the southern states, right? So one of the reasons why the Confederate flag has stars on it is because stars ruled. Stars ruled these regions. Hey, shh, shh, shh. Okay. Now, Confederate coming together of those southern states was something that was needed. It was foretelling of the past and future events.
Mommy can't get breakfast.
Yes, you can. Just right. Okay, just hold on, y'all, because I'm doing a lot. You got it. I know. Shh.
My eyes are making burning.
So his eyes is burning because I'm burning this peppermint oil. Okay, y'all. Don't want y'all to think the child is suffering over here. Now, getting back on track because I love my baby, but sometimes we have distractions. 4224. That was another number that came out. And that's coming up with beast energy. So this conversation is tying into the conversation we had last night on the live, into this conversation now, because this Atlantean energy is going to tie into the next topic, which is she devils, which is going to tie into the next topic, which is Pandora and her box, which is really not a box, it was a jar. Okay, now what was happening was Atlantis was getting ready to be forewarned. They were forewarned by galactic forces that there was going to be an infiltration in the system. Okay, and the infiltration in the system came from what you call Dracos in demigod form. Reptilian energies in demigod form was coming to sow seeds of discord. I had already received the Morse code from the Galactic Federation. I'm trying to help somebody. That's it, empowered evolution. Apophyllite. That's it, baby. Thank you. Thank you. Hallelujah. Thank you. Oh, that's it, apophyllite. Woo, I just got. Let me explain something to y'all. The apocalypse is here. Bible say what was coming was not going to be a famine of food. It was not going to be a famine of drink and things that was that would put substance in your body. See, they're trying to create an illusion of famine and telling you that the markets, this, we can't keep up with the stock, and the formula for the babies is low, and all this other bullshenaki that they want to lie about. But I'm telling you right now, there is no scarcity in food. The famine is in the word of God. Who is going to speak the word in these times? Who is going to rise up and be bold enough to look crazy enough? Because in these times, they're calling good evil and evil good. So what happened is they received the Morse code, or the interception from the Galactic Federation or the Galactic Forces that was overlooking, saying, "Hey, look, you got some people that's gonna come. Please don't walk past here without me knowing, cause I gotta block your face." Okay. Uh, without them knowing, well, they had to know so that they can prepare, right? Because the word said, Jesus said, well, when Satan came to me, he found nothing of himself in me. So therefore, he could not do anything to Christ. He couldn't really try Christ like he wanted to, because he could not find a foothold. In other words, the devil ain't gonna mess with you for one or two reasons. Either you have evolved past it, or God just simply said, no, it ain't your time. You've either passed an initiation, or there's no need for you at that time to go through initiations, right? So that's what God is saying. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm playing these different little sounds in the background, and one is buffering. Okay. Pop. Okay. So what happened was is that these kings got together in their valley. They got together um, in the main. You have, let's say you got this one main king, and this king appointed other kings to rule these different regions, right? Well, in those times they would have been called pharaohs. Okay. Now, sidebar conversation. This is very important. The way that a pharaoh was actually created was that there was a man who was a hustler. Okay, he was a hustler, and he basically went to one of the parts of Egypt, and because he was and I'm using this in modern terms, okay, because he basically lived from hand to mouth, okay, he didn't really have much. In other words, he, in this modern time, we would say he lived from paycheck to paycheck. He get in how he got it, how he fit in, that kind of thing. He went to a specific region of Egypt and solved a problem or an issue of a king. And I may be getting this part incorrect, but there was either that king appointed him to rule over a specific part of Egypt, or he left it in his will for this man to rule. Nevertheless, he was known as the first pharaoh. That was how the name pharaoh actually came about. So a hustler went from rags to riches. Okay? Now, we have all these pharaohs that come together in the main king's house, or the main pharaoh's house, and they're talking, and they're saying all of these different things. Okay, when we come together, when they come, they're going to try to find, oh my God, thank you for this download, Holy Ghost. They're going to try to look at our hearts to find which one is going to abandon the throne, which one is going to sell out their own folks. We're not looking for Uncle Toms. We're looking for Sambos. If you go back and you really read the history of an Uncle Tom did not sell his people out. Sambo did. Okay? Now, because I'm hearing they want me to tie in slavery into Oscarville. And Atlantis is tied into this. By the time these Draco energies came, Some of these kings were were they were not strong enough in the heart chakra and in the crown chakra. They fell. And what happened was, instead of them leaving, they hid amongst the kings. They maintained their throne. And when it was time to use the crystalline grid for good, they began to usurp their authority and use it for evil gain in exchange for the empty promises that these Dracos had promised these certain kings, that if you sell your people out but live incognito, live in stealth, still make them think that you're sitting on the throne for the good of your people, when really in reality you've made this deal with us and you really helping us in exchange for this piece of power. We're going to give you this. But what ended up happening was certain kings in the Atlantean kingdom sold their people out for a hill of nothing, a hill of pile of beans that didn't even last. And what happened was is that they watched the entire kingdoms crumble without having anything to show for it. These people grabbed the technology, the power, and the hidden, I'm hearing the hidden treasures, the hidden riches, and the hidden knowledge, took this, brought it back so that they can advance. Listen, I want to say this to y'all. These people, these demigods that was used, they did not come from as an advanced race as we think. They got their advancement from us. Nikola Tesla did not teach us about light bulbs and free energy. He found that when he came to Egypt. He found that when he came to Atlantis. He found that already existing. He learned of the secrets. He did not create them. There's a difference. And that I'm not, listen, I am not saying this as a disrespect to Nikola Tesla. I'm only telling you that they only use him as a means to make it seem like he discovered something. That's like saying Christopher Columbus discovered America. He didn't. People were already there. Let's pay homage and honor where it is due. Okay? Because the ancestors is crying out to say, make it right and make it plain. Okay? Some of you come from the lineage of these fallen kings. Some of you come from the lineage of these kings that sold their own people out. Okay? The selling of your own people out, or selling of the birthright, comes from the dawning of time. Right? Cain sold his birthright to be an heir alongside of his twin brother Abel when he shed his blood in jealousy and rage. Okay? Esau sold his birthright because he was too damn hungry to wait for the food to be cooked. So he sold it to Jacob, which means supplanter, trickster. Here we go with SU energy, right? So when you got twins, watch this. You're always going to have what you call a more denser and a more lighter side of twin energy. So Jacob was the Eshu. Esau originally was the Elegba because he came out first. Now we're talking about seniority. He may not have been the wisest, but we're only talking about in age. See, some of y'all ain't gonna like this because y'all was told that Esau was the white man. That's a lie. Esau was never white. Okay? Esau was albino. Like Noah, who was the first albino. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to help somebody. Thank you, God, for allowing me to help somebody. Because I do feel like I'm, and y'all not looking around to shake nobody. Okay. I was trying to make sure I had my tarot deck here because I'm about to get into it. So some of you come from fallen kings, fallen pharaohs. Some of you come out from the bloodlines of those sellouts. And that's not to make y'all feel bad, but y'all incarnated at this time because the prayer of those Atlanteans Those people, those the people who were the citizens of Atlantis, who were smart. Listen, there are a lot of scientists that are in the hood. There are a lot of mathematicians that are in the hood. There are a lot of Atlanteans also dealt a lot with singing and music. Okay? So it is not by accident that Atlanta is known as Black Hollywood. It is not by accident that Tyler Perry, who is born and raised New Orleans, would buy master number 33 acres of our how this personal for me. Because I feel it. I feel the energy. This man bought 33 acres of land that the battle of Gettysburg and other battles was fought upon. Our ancestors shed blood on that land and they did not get recognition. Sometimes it takes us to transmute us. We do need to stop blaming outside people. Because if our hearts were right truly, even while we sat on the throne, those demigods, those Nephilim would not have been able to find things in us that mimic them, to use that in us, to coerce us to sell our own out. So we need to stop blaming outside people, y'all. Time is over with that. We do have to heal from within and stop making it seem like the issue is outside of us. It ain't never been outside of us. Woo! It ain't never been outside. It's been here. Now he may have more than 33 acres now, y'all. Don't. 33 here. I promise you I just seen 33 on the clock. So God is here. The ancestors is here and the ascended masters is approving this message. I'm just grateful to be the messenger at this time to give it to y'all. I'm telling y'all right now. I'm about to tie this she devils now. I'm moving into she devils. The divine feminine that I was speaking about last night. Those queens, goddesses, and empresses that are being risen in the age of Aquarius to take their rightful places on their thrones and in leadership positions from the three-dimensional and above. You are the descendant. You are that answered prayer to those Atlantean ancestors that prayed to make it right in this lifetime. And it ain't just you, woman, in this body with the breasts and the ovaries. You masculines who are you masculines, divine masculines, I'm sorry, that are tapping into your divine feminine energy to balance yourselves out. Those of you who are answering the clarion call to heal your lineage and make it right and atone for the sins of your forefathers and your foremothers who did not do right. You divine masculines, you beautiful men of God who are arising in this Aquarian age to make it right and to help the divine feminine make it right, to come together to balance and make this thing right in love and light, using weapons not of war but of love and light. That is what's going to win the war. That is what's winning the war. And according to what's already written that cannot be undone, it's already been won by love and light. You understand? Thank you, because you are the answered prayer. We are the answered prayer to those citizens of Atlantis, to the citizens of all of these different kingdoms, the Egyptian kingdom, the Hebraic kingdom, the kingdoms that have failed and have fallen because of ego and pride and narcissism. Y'all ain't hear what I just said. I'm trying to listen. God has been trying to establish the kingdom of heaven on earth through different lineages, but it kept falling because of ego and pride and narcissism. To the point to where he was splitting kingdoms. He said, okay, if one king can't handle it, we're gonna split it and we're gonna appoint several kings. And they still found fault. But now it's coming a time where love is going to abound so gracefully, so graciously, so lovingly, so wonderfully, that they ain't going to be able to find anything of them in you. You are being prepared, O ancient and abundant one. Your DNA and your RNA has awakened for such a time as this to stand very proudly as a three-dimensional answer to the cries and the prayers of your ancestors. How beautiful to be living in a time like this and to be the answered prayer. It does not matter if you are a water sign. This ain't got nothing to do with signs. So I just want to put that out there. For those of you divine sisters that will be taking your rightful places in the areas and the arenas that God is getting ready to set you to rule upon and over, you will be called she-devils. You will be called the whore of Babylon. You will be called the woman that rides on the beast. And the reason why is because they have to call good evil and good evil good in these last and trying times, because they are trying to keep people trapped under. This is the last attempt. Hey, my God, this is the last attempt to keep people bound in Piscean energy. Piscean energy is ruled by Neptune, which is illusions. La, la, land. La, la is the Zulu word to lure to sleep, to keep asleep, to suppress information. If I can keep you asleep, I can send you dreams and make you think it's your reality. Roll, roll, roll your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 merrily. Life is but a dream. But I'm telling you, God has said, awaken from your sleep and your slumber. This is, we're plugging out of the matrix. Life is no longer a dream. This is a reality that we get to create and co-create with each other. We are the ones that now has the clay in our hands. We're molding this thing. This new heaven that's being created is through you, me, us, we. That oneness is already established in heaven. So now it's only being established in the earth. I hope somebody is feeling this thing. You're going to be called evil. That's why when the sister brought up Beyonce yesterday, because I was eating a lemon, and I said, when life gives you lemons, she said, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. But I said, when life gives you lemons, you just eat them and enjoy them because it's a snack. I don't have to put sugar to it no more because I understand the metaphysical property now. We know what she meant. Those of the South knew what she meant with lemonade, which is a beautiful thing. And the sister last night said, something about maybe her being demonic. And I said, don't do that, because you don't know who knows what. And the reason why I said it is because, she's supposed to be our modern day MJ. She's supposed to be a lot of these people look up to her as if she's the female, modern day MJ. And I'm not saying that she is. She's damn near close to it. But what I am saying is that she's on the front line. She's been saying, come on now, ladies, let's get information. Let's get information. And she's saying that at the Super Bowl, wearing black leather with gold, paying homage to the Black Panthers. I'm getting goosebumps. Why am I getting goosebumps? Because a lot of people are going to look at her as a she-devil. Anybody who's calling for the destruction and the deconstruction of old thinking and old mindsets that keeps us repeating karmic fucking cycles is going to be called evil. Watch this, because you got old ancient ones that don't want you to awaken, because as long as you are asleep, they are in power. Okay, this is why Shaka Zulu was a threat to the Zulu nation. I tried to bring it up yesterday. I'm gonna say this, then I'm gonna move on, and I'm gonna tie in the she devils with the slavery with the Oscarville, and I'm gonna explain to y'all what Lake Lanier is, because Lake Lanier ain't nothing but disembodied spirits. Y'all remember when the Great Deluge happened, also known as the Great Flood, right? So when you look at the Milky Way, the Milky Way ain't nothing but a healed C-section. That's all it is. Okay, somebody gonna get it later on. The Milky Way is a healed cesarean section. That is where the waters above poured forth to the waters below and flooded the earth. This is when the Anunnaki wanted to kill off mankind. But then you had one or some that was trying to spare. This is where you get Noah, the ark, and the story of that happening, right? Right? When they say the animals, the unclean, first of all, the unclean animals went in 2 by 2. The clean went in 7 by 7. Hey, can you turn that down, my baby? All right? 2 by 2 went in unclean. 7 by 7 went in clean animals, which was the unhuffed, the winged, all of those other. Go back and read it. I hope I'm helping somebody. If this is relating to y'all want to read it, go book it. I want to help you. By the way, the sister got an ancestor reading. This is how we came across certain things for her. See, it's important for you to have a connection with your ancestors. Some of y'all have been prolonging with ancestor work with the altar. I'm gonna write this down because I got to bring back the power of the altar. Because let me just tell you something. I seen something about this man breaking down weddings. It was beautiful. That thing spoke to my spirit. I'm gonna come back and speak to y'all about that. But this Atlantean kingdom is being restored through you. And your ancestors is saying, I need for you to speak to me so we can tell y'all where you fit in this restorative story. Because it's written already in the Akashic records, but you have not read it yet. So therefore, let me as your ancestor tell you where you fit in this Atlantean story, right? Shaka Zulu was a child of promise and prophecy. Shaga was a prophetic word that had manifested in the three-dimensional realm through a woman who was an outcast. Okay? Now, within different tribes, African tribes, you have clans. So let's say, for example, you have the Zulu tribe, you have the Bede people, right? And let's say within the Zulu tribe, let's say you have clan 1, clan 2, clan 3, clan 4, right? So they're breaking down into like subs, right? That's how they work. Well, Shaga's mama came from, let's say, clan 1. Well, let's say Shaga's daddy came from clan 4, right? But they created Shaga. Shaga was a threat to the old system because he did not believe that the old system was going to work for where he wanted his nation to evolve to. For example, as a young warrior boy in training, he found it not only strange, but tiring and unnecessary to work extra hard to be able to kill your enemy in battle. Whereas the spear, it was long and the head of the spear was tiny. He said, let's cut that in half. He said, let's cut it in half. Sorry, y'all. He said, let's cut it in half. And we're going to make the iron part of the spear huge. That way we may have to get closer in battle to our enemy, but we won't have to keep thrusting, right? we're gonna do this one thing, and it's gonna settle the score. That way we can kill more enemies and the battle can be shorter. They didn't like this. I'm talking to somebody. They didn't like this. The kings that were already, listen, that were already sitting, that knew that one day they was gonna have to move over and let this boy grow up to become a man and reign. They didn't like the fact that he found a better way. I'm talking to somebody who was a prophecy to the lineage of the people that you were born into. Spiritually, you are an orphan, but physically, you are an answered prayer. You are a prophecy, and you are pissing off people in your family because you come to disrupt their rule. Somebody rules by scamming. There are scam artists in your lineage. Your auntie, your uncle, your mama, your pappy. Somebody that is still alive is ruling your bloodline by way of black magic, hexes, and incant. I'm talking to somebody. And you came as an answer prayer to break all that shit up. And every time they look at you, you disgust them. You get queasy. They can't keep their food down because they know you are their demise. You are their destruction. You are the shaga of your whole entire lineage. Somebody gonna get it. Somebody gonna get it. 4747. That's 1111 in the building with 33 likes. Come on, master numbers. I know what I'm talking about because I'm one of them. When you was born, baby, and your mama brought you home, or whoever brought you home, and you were swaddled up, they knew you was gonna be a problem. So they even set it in motion before you can even speak a word. All you could do was cry, suck on a titty or a bottle, shit, piss, and poop, and go to sleep. And they was already working on your future, going to two-headed witch doctors and getting shit done on you to try to thwart you. But God say, no, 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 baby. Everything that you meant for to be that person's destruction is going to be used for their destiny. Yeah. How many people incarnated in your life in this lifetime to try to stop you, only to help push you further into where you're supposed to be? All them tears and stuff we didn't cry, all of that loneliness and all of them cold-hearted betrayals we didn't have to go through. God has already elevated you. And it's about to erase them things like it never happened. Do you hear me? You are the shaga. You are the innovation. You are the change in that DNA. You are the molecular structure that those cells been waiting on to pop up and say, here I go. You are the sage, the mystic, the magi. I'm trying to tell you, you are the prophecy. You are the Aquarius against a lot of Piscean energies. But guess what? God say, as long as you with me, you don't stand alone. Matter of fact, you stand powerful. Through you, I shall break everything that has been holding your whole entire bloodline back. And this is legacy. You are creating not only spiritual legacy, but physical legacy. God is getting ready to give you land. Oh my God. Pieces of land is going to be put into your hand, into your bosom, as a means to say, this is his or her city. God say, govern it accordingly. I don't know who this is for. Let's see what the dragons is saying. I shuffled in the beginning. Freedom. Grace. Earth. Gaia. Courage. Her name. Let me look that up. I didn't even look at these. I work with dragon energies, just to let y'all know, just in case. I am the mother dragon, by the way. Let's see what Herney, it says, it's time to reevaluate, slow down your fast-paced life. So He's calling for some of y'all to disconnect from social media, from smartphones, from internet distractions, TV, watching the news a lot. Go into the natural world, plants, trees, birds, by water, bees. He's talking about disconnect because there's a cycle of death and rebirth that's getting ready to happen in your life. Yeah, yeah, because he has like deer antlers. Lake Lanier is, yeah, at the bottom, magic and manifestation, because you're getting ready to be up. Delphin, this is number 30. So this is 111 energy. I keep forgetting what Delphin is, but Delphin is dealing with water. Yeah, you can choose to heal and be healed or swim in the riptides. So he deals with whales and dolphins. So this is Atlantean energy. And this is what's crowning us in this deck. This is what's crowning us in this deck. So you have literally the Dragon Kingdom, which is also, and listen, the Dragon Kingdom is a part of the Fae Kingdom. I don't want y'all to separate that. The Dragon and Fairy Kingdom is they come from the same kingdom. All right. So fairies and dragons again come from the same kingdom. Gnomes, mushrooms, the Green Man, forces of nature, elves, yeah, and then peace. Peace is clarifying freedom. Peace is clarifying, yeah, the healer. Y'all are being hit, emerging out of the egg. This is the cosmic egg that is being hatched. It's the divine feminine. Look, Merlin. I can't make this up. Merlin the dragon. Merlin. Is passing out all kind of spiritual gifts to those who have been called and heard the call. Luna, and this is moon magic. This is moon energy. I cannot, y'all. I can't make this up. Solar plexus energy. This is the reestablishment of confidence, the confidence in your power, the ability to use your power, and knowing that the power is within you. I'm hearing God is within, the kingdom is within. Really quickly, Lake Lanier, okay? Lake Lanier is the equivalency to what the disembodied spirits were after the flood. After the flood, after the flood, after the flood. Remember they said, well, how did giants repopulate after the flood? The disembodied spirits. These are again the souls or the spirits that was encapsulated by water. How do I know that this exists? Well, in the New Testament, there was a man who was vexed with a demonic pack called Legion, for they are many, right? And the Bible says that Jesus was told by this Legion, our time has not yet come. Won't you just cast us out into the pigs, right? So he said, okay, as I will it. And what happened was is that they got cast into the pigs, and then the pigs did what? They drowned themselves in water. So the Bible says that when a demonic or evil spirit leaves up out of a man, it goes through, watch this, dry places seeking rest but not finding any, right? Why? Because it needs a body. Body is moisture. It needs water. Water. These disembodied spirits are tortured when they don't have bodies, when they don't have water. Water is extremely significant because it represents the first mother, the divine feminine, or Yemo Jah. Which now brings me to Pandora. Pandora in Greek mythology was supposed to be the first woman ever created, okay, under the instructions of Zeus. She was not created by Zeus. She was created by the instructions of Zeus to be supposed to be given in marriage as a means of destruction to Prometheus's brother, because Prometheus was a god who stole fire from the heavens and gave it to mankind. He was trying to help mankind evolve. So therefore, Pandora means all endowed or all gifted. She has every single gift inside of her from every god or goddess that ever exists. You, my sister, for those of you who are tapping into divine energy fiercely with a loving spirit and a kind heart, those who want to evolve the earth, you have every gift inside of you from God. Do you hear me? You are told that you are a curse, baby. You're not a curse. You are now being, I'm telling you, the gods that were not on mankind that was not for mankind had to repent. And now they are raising you up, Pandora's, to be a blessing. Because the legend says that every manners of evil came out of this jar when her curiosity opened the jar. 44 is in the building. This is angel energy. And when she looked, she when she by the time she closed it, only one thing was left in there, which was hope. Hope in the jar. Now there is a good version of this same story that flips the story and says everything had escaped, every good thing had escaped from this jar except for hope. Now, whether you want to use the good or the more darker side of the story, one thing never changed was the fact that hope never escaped from the jar. But I'm telling you right now, the reason why hope couldn't exchange from the jar is because you are the angel of hope. You are the messenger of hope. You are the messenger of grace. You are the messenger of love. You are the messenger of peace. You are the messenger of healing. You are being sent out as the great equalizer. Do you hear me? And no, y'all don't want to hear it, but I'm telling you, some of us we're the judges. We are walking Elohim on this earth. Lake Lanier is dangerous because those same disembodied spirits from those ancient spirits of old has mimicked now in Lake Lanier. So what you have is they look in the form of very dark, low vibrational mermaid and mermen. They're very scary looking in the spiritual realm. There is spiritual energies there. And these are I'm about to help y'all heal Lake Lanier. These are trapped spirits of many reincarnations of fallen kings and people who have sold out their folks or the innocent, the blood of the innocent that was mixed in with the guilty. Okay? This is one of the reasons why Sodom and Gomorrah was so important, because God was not going to allow the innocent to suffer with the guilty. You understand? It was all manners of evil in Sodom and Gomorrah, just not one type. Because a lot of y'all like to just harp on one type. It was all manners of evil and vile things that was happening. So God is now using the innocent to be the ones to it's the clarion call. You understand? It's the clarion call. Benita, one of the reasons why you are exalted is because you're trying to do it on your own. And God is saying he does not call, he has not called us to do things on our own. I'm going to give us a reading. This is going to be for the 144,000, including those who are called to help the 144,000. Look, the 144,000 is just the elected. Okay, those are the Elohim, the gods, and other different energies, demigods and different things, angels that are in human bodies and different things of that nature. But the Bible says, if you read further, there's a number that no man can number, and their very nation, language, and tongue and background. There's going to be many of us that comes from many different star-seeded backgrounds that's going to be helping evolve this earth realm. You understand? And make it the evolutionary change of love. Okay? We're waging war with love. Thank you, cosmic energies. Speak. Yeah. Training your hands to war and your fingers to fight, but training your tongue on how to war. Training your tongue. This is a tongue. Princess of Swords. That's the tongue. Air. This is Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini, but air is speech. It's a speech. Divine feminines and those men, masculines who are going to be operating under divine feminine energy, y'all are being trained on how to speak, how to win the battle with speech. Yeah, the Seven of Wands. This is also defending. Look, he ain't playing, because you're being put in positions to defend. Not only honor, not only the throne, not only defending love, but defending the birthright to reestablish love on the earth. This is the kingdom of heaven being born on the earth here. Yeah, the Ten of Pentacles, and being rewarded handsomely for doing it. Look at the bottom. What's before you is the death card. Transformational change. This is the old. This is changing of the guards. They can't fight this. This is the old and the ancient ones having to leave. We're gonna hear many deaths in political powers, in political realms, in the entertainment industry, even in the news, like anchors, little death anchors, like news anchors. I'm hearing deaths is getting ready because there's getting ready to be exchange of energy. Eight of Cups. We're also getting ready to hear about more drownings. Some people who these are people who are ruling of the old ancient order of the Piscean age, Neptune energy, that want to keep us under illusions. They're sad because they can't do nothing about it. I'm also hearing this. This is even going into the presidency. And I also do want y'all to know that there is an Adolf Hitler energy on Donald Trump, but I'm not sure what part of Hitler falls on him. I always did know that about him. His name is Trump for a reason, because he is a trumpet. Okay, he is a part of a shofar. Okay, he is a part of a ram's horn. It's where he falls into the prophecy that God is revealing to me. But this Eight of Cups, this is what's crowning us that we can't see. This is what's descending from heaven into the earth that we can't see. This Eight of Cups. This is the illusions being shattered. Listen, the archons and the old ancient ones that does not mean any of us good, that want to keep us dumbed down, because they have been harvesting our energy by way of fear, hopelessness, violence, wars, famine, destruction, bloodshed. They're mad. They're mad and they're angry because they can't. They're done. Stick a fork in their ass. They done. They're done. You understand? Done. 420 on the oven. They done. Happy early Thanksgiving. Cut the turkey. They're done. This is it. There is no almost done. They're done, sis. Bro. They're done. And they're sitting there saying, how can we cast more illusions to make them think that we're still in power? You're not. You're not. I'm also hearing the name Elon Musk. I don't know why. I'm not going to say why I'm hearing it, because I don't know why. I'll look into that. And again, at the bottom is death. This is Harold. Y'all not going to like me, but I'm not one of those readers or workers that say the tarot can't tell y'all physical death. That's a lie. I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm not down in no other readers or nothing, but I know the tarot can tell you physical death. And this right here is of a physical death, but this is also transformational change, because I'm hearing owl medicine and owl energy. Okay, this is if you can't beat them, join them energy. I'm telling y'all, some of the children of the archons is actually turning on them. They want it so bad. They want us so bad to be in that fucked up ass foul energy that keeps us fighting against each other. It's not so. It won't be so. This is it. This is it. A dawning of a new day. This is it. Before I go. Don't stay right there. Yeah, it's a new day. New pentacles. I'm hearing money laundering, like money laundry. I'm hearing money laundry. So it's like the wealth of the wicked is going through a wash and coming out for you. So new for us, that's new money. That's new money. That's old money being turned into new money. Yeah. Yeah. This is the witchiest king in the deck. Also, the equivalency to him is the witchiest queen, which is the queen of wands. So this is like people doing spell work or spells. Somebody may be trying to block love connections here. Afraid for you to get connected with somebody who's going to help you come into your fullness of power. I hate to, I hate to be the one to break it to you. I actually love it because I'm a Libra and I can be petty like that. But I love to be the one to break it to you that you can't stop. Some of you distorted masculines and distorted feminines, y'all can't stop the person that you were supposed to be healing, doing the healing work with, but you wanted to stay in this low vibrational shit and just live high off the hog thinking that was going to be forever. You was that wicked and old king that said, as long as peace and safety rolls in my day, I don't give a fuck what comes after me next. Well, guess what? You're a liar and the truth ain't in you. You cannot stop God from blessing your supposed to be counterparts with a higher level soulmate or someone better than you. You can't stop that. It's gonna happen, bitch. It's gonna happen. Okay? It's gonna happen. And you gonna have to sit there and watch it because you're powerless, my nigga. You hear me? You did not want to evolve. You wanted to stay thinking that, listen, yeah. And the funny thing about it is God may be turning some of these princes into kings to take your place. Like upgrading people who weren't even supposed to be like they was in the second of command in prophecy. And because you didn't want to upgrade yourself and heal, now God is upgrading the prince to the king. And the king, and if he keeps evolving, he's going to be the emperor. And to the God, yeah. Look at that. I can't make it up. At the bottom is the prince. At the top is the princess of pentacles. Final words. Movement. Some of y'all is getting ready to relocate physically. Yeah, Princess of Pentacles back at the top, by the way. The Three of Wands is here. Creative power is being, and not only that, some of y'all are, oh, if they get with such and such, or they get with a better version of me, then they really gonna come into their power. Some people are already activated into their full power. They just don't even know it yet. So they don't need a significant other to be operating in their full power. You do, because you vibrating low with your dumb hound dogged ass. Yeah, you're in conflict and defeat. This King of Wands is in conflict and defeat because he's ran out of tricks. He can't pull no more rabbits out hats. Yeah, I can't make this up. What's before you that God is showing you? New beginnings. You out with the old, in with the new. Some of y'all is getting ready to be assigned new lovers. Yeah, look, rest and rejuvenation. This is like the Four of Swords. God is saying, sit back and let me watch you watch these fireworks. All this is for you. All this for you. Clarify the conflict and defeat. Yeah. Ace of Pentacles. Prosperity begins. I can't make this up. And look what's behind it. The light card. 1 + 9 is 10. This is the Great Reset. It's already happened. Great Reset. Yeah. And then they want to be in memories of love. This like the Six of Cups. You want to be in memories of love, nostalgia, bitch. Yeah, all you are going to be able to do is look back on how much of that good loving I gave your ass to fuel you. That's what you're going to have to tell them because you're going to move on to greater. Yeah, look at this. I can't make it up. Ace of Swords. Triumphant success. This is the tongue of God. Coming to bring truth and clarity and split shit in half. I did not come away to do I did not come to do away with the law. I came to fulfill the law with love and light. Love fulfilled the law. The light of God helped love fulfill the law. Jesus, one of the reasons why Jesus' name is so huge is because he is one of the ascended masters that chose to give his life as a sacrifice for everybody to be able to get salvation through love. Buddha is one of the ascended masters that gave his sacrifice through giving up worldly riches for the attainment of wisdom, for everybody to be able to obtain wisdom if they seem fit. Every ascended master had to give up something in order for them to allow for us to become ascended alongside of them. It just so happened that he gave his life. That's why his name is so powerful. Do you understand? I hope this helps somebody. Yeah. Well, your enemies is getting ready to be made your footstool. They are now going to be walking through obstacles and challenges. I'm hearing your enemies is being put in slippery places. There's nothing here. You got a positive move forward. Positive move forward. The Eight of Pentacles. We're gonna be looking good, living good, eating good, living high off the hog because we choose to keep the light and the love of God first in our hearts. And as long as we keep the light and the love of God in our hearts, nothing that we do will fail. We are the restorative power of God in the earth. I love y'all so much, and until next time, I